What's good, faithful? We are back. We are here. It's another episode, Whistle Gang Podcast. Got all three of the fellas tonight ready to go live and talk about any and everything 49er related. Got a special guest, little bro Clay. He been dying to get on here and I guess come at me, just talk some football. I don't know which one. We gonna see. But I know I'm tired of shit, man. How's everybody else feeling out there?
Think for me,
Hey,
it's an incredible Monday. It's always great to start the season with a dub, especially in the division. So can't be much better.
That's what's up. Monty, what's up, baby?
very well said, Clay. Victory Monday is always good. Tough fought out win. Had a nice cup of coffee this morning to wash it down. Man, I'm on high right now. I'm good.
Everybody on a high. I'm fucking tired. P, what up, P? I keep calling me out on social media, all types of stuff. What up?
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. But yeah, my Monday, man, it was phenomenal. Walking into work, man, I was able to talk junk to all the doctors, all the surgeons, like just walk around the hospital talking junk all morning. Baltimore fans, Panther fans, Detroit fans, Dallas fans, man. You know, it
Yeah,
feels
all
good
wrong.
when it feels good when you got a victory under your belt and you can walk with your chest out. So
When you put it
that's
like
what I was
that, with
doing
all
this.
them teams losing, I mean,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
feels even better.
You gotta have your chest out, man.
Yes, sir.
It felt good. It was ugly, but it felt good though.
Well, let me talk for. I guess for me, I was at the game. Shout out to all the Seattle fans, all of Jackson and Smith, whatever his name is, Mom and
Jigba.
them, and Jigma. Shout out to them. Shout out to Murphy the second, moms and pops. They was cool. I was sitting yesterday with the Seattle Seahawks players and wives. How did that end up? I don't know. But I'm in the mix of them. And if you ever been to a game with me, P, you can let them know. Like, I'm going nuts, so no matter what, don't care.
The whole game.
The
The
whole
whole
game.
game.
Ended up getting into it with Jackson Smith moms. But it's all good, right? We got the
The
dub.
moms.
Yeah, I got into it with the
All
mom.
right.
It ain't my fault her son fumbled. Not my fault. Not my fault. Hold on to the ball, son. Hold on to the
Yeah.
ball, son. But it was good atmosphere. It was a lovely time. Shout out to Abel, the 4-8 Faithfuls. The tailgate was crazy. It was just a good time. I got to see my girl Sophie. I hung out with her for like 2 seconds. It was super quick. But she was able to get her whistle.
Man, the cat Abel be doing it big. He get out there on the Tuesday, and the game ain't till Sunday.
That's what
He in
happened.
the city by
Living that
Tuesday.
life, bro. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Yep, on a
Hella
Tuesday.
fitted, Nate, everybody, all the crew out there, Portland, Empire, Hayward, like everybody out there. We was going nuts. Did a lot of stuff at the tailgate. So you'll see that on the other podcast. So you'll see that those clips and stuff like that on that. But how was the watch party, man? How was the watch party down in Tampa?
Man, we had a nice turnout. Almost about 50 people showed up for the first week.
That's what's up.
It was a good vibe, good live crowd, you know, and of course the W always helps, man.
Hell yeah. P, how's that? How's the home crowd? How's the Charlotte home crowd?
Hey man, they represented, man. Hey, I think we probably ended up with what, Clay, about 60 plus,
Yeah,
maybe somewhere in
probably
there.
over 60. But not only was it 60, man, it was 60 lively fans throughout the whole
That's
game
what's
from
up.
start to finish. So yeah, shout out to them. Niner Empire, Charlotte.
That's what's up, man. I'm
Yes,
glad.
sir.
I know next week it's gonna be like 2, just be me and my son in there because all y'all going to New Orleans. So
Hey, we bringing everybody with us, man.
Yeah,
Me,
y'all-
Clay, and the other 60 people, they coming down to New Orleans. Nolans, they coming down to Nolans, baby.
I feel
All right,
like
well,
I'm
let's get
already
into
on vacation mode. So
already, man. You better go to school tomorrow and teach them kids, man.
hey, what
Hey,
they say
man,
about
but
the
look.
kids?
49ers got the dub yesterday, 17-13, fought game. I've been saying it the whole time. Get you guys' thoughts. It shouldn't have been hard fought, not just because of the kicker. I know you guys gonna get into that, but I think for a lot of other factors, it was a hard fought game. But we dominated the game from start to finish. There's no doubt about that. Looking at the stats, watching the game live, and I'm sure watching it on TV. What's like you guys' initial thoughts of the game? P, I'll let you go start first. What's your initial thoughts of the game?
Like you said, we should have actually been far ahead. We dominated. They did slow our run game down in the beginning. I think they was keeping Christian contained a little bit. But yeah, what Sam had like 93 yards, maybe 100 yards or something like that. going into the fourth. So
Yeah.
something like that. But I think our momentum was crushed by my guy, aka Booty.
Already
Because
making a shot.
when you got that energy and you driving down the field and you don't get in the end zone, but you want some points out of it, and it's just taken away, bro. So I think that we definitely could have put up more points than we had. It shouldn't have been even close.
What about you, Monty?
My thoughts, yeah, it should have been a bigger win. I thought spread wise on the points, but when Jennings and Kittle went out, changed the complexity.
Absolutely, yeah.
It seemed like Pearsall was the only one able to get open, and hopefully that's not the case going on the rest of the season, because then we're gonna have a problem because nobody could get open. It seemed like Purdy was having to do too much with his feet and force feed CMC took so much. You know what that could lead to with force feeding him. Hopefully he stays on the field. But yeah, I think
Shout out
we
to
should have.
Monty, man. You called that. You called that Pearsall, man. You said he was
Yeah.
gonna have an excellent week, man. And he did. He balled out.
Yeah, I've been saying that the whole time. What about you, Clay?
Well, my two San Francisco brothers said what I've been saying the last few years. But I'm going to say something different. I was quite thrilled with the way our offense came out. Brad, as you know, I've been very critical on our wide receiver room all offseason.
Yep.
With no BA, with JJ being hurt, with Kittle getting hurt, I think when you take away your quarterback's top three weapons outside of CMC, the expectation is that he's not going to go for 277 yards, not going to throw, what was he, 26 for 36 or something like that?
20, 35.
35, 93 passer rating, 92 passer rating, something like that. Now, I will say Brock did get a little careless, so I'm going to put some of that on him. But I will
He
say,
ain't counting on it back there. He ain't counting, bro. Like,
but what I'm
my
saying,
bad. Go ahead.
with missing his top flight receivers and his top flight weapons, I thought he actually did pretty good. Although he didn't start to finish do well, I will say this. Brad, how old were you in 1986?
2.
You was 2. Well, that was our longest opening drive since 1986, 95 yards. Additionally, how he finished the game 6 for 6, that was impressive. He did
He
get
played a
bailed
great
out.
game.
He did get bailed out
Mm-hmm.
by the tight end.
Hell
But
yeah.
what I will say is he went 6 for 6, no matter how you slice it and dice it, and our tight end, he did what he was supposed to do as well. Additionally, speaking, I didn't necessarily like our offensive line play. I saw a few of them on their backside a little bit. Doesn't look like we are that same defensive dominant, run-oriented team as in the past. So I'm expecting Kyle to dial it up this year. But overall, I thought the offense played within their means. We did have backups on that field. That defense was dominant.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it was a couple of things. One, so no matter what game I go to, I sit in the end zone. The reason I sit in the end zone, I probably said this multiple times. I played quarterback in high school. Obviously, I wasn't the damn best, but I understand the play. I could see the play developing. I could see shit. What I can say is from sitting in the end zone, offensive line, the run game, the holes were fucking massive. They were huge on those breakout runs that they had. I was sitting in the end zone where that first drive started and where the game-winning touchdown was caught. That it was so loud. My son was going. He was like, "Yo," because Seattle does get wild. Yo, it was so loud to start. But I was very impressed with that first drive. Like Clay, I was super impressed. I posted about it. I'm like, that's how you start a season. That drive was that was perfect. The second pick that he threw off the line, he was never open. I don't know why. Yeah, why did he throw that ball? He was on him the whole time. I'm like, why did he throw that ball to that guy?
I know
why. That was weird. But what I did see and recognize and realize throughout the whole game, he had a security blanket back. Even with no Kittle, CMC, he had 9 catches or something like that. At one point, I asked him in the crowd, damn, what he got, like 20 catches? It seemed like he was the only one catching the ball with CMC.
Yeah.
But that was his security blanket. Everything was CMC dunk, which is cool because it's moving the chains, we're gaining a yard. It's not a negative play. He's not taking a sack. So I'm 100% fine with that. And then, but that pick was disgusting. But that throw to the Slick Rick was nasty. On the last drive, we talking about the 6 for 6? When he threw the ball, from what I could see now, they looked to be even. But he threw it to the outside shoulder a little bit later.
Perfectly.
And and he got a little bit of separation. He caught that pass. I was like, okay, that's the throw we need to see. Not that interception throw, but that throw. But yeah, we dominated the game. It felt like it in the stadium. I'm sure y'all saw it on TV. At one point, we were like double the yards, the whole 9. I'm just like, yo, we got to finish drives. Everything after that was like finish, which they didn't finish. So speaking of finishing the drive, we go down the field, we score a touchdown, we stop them, we come back down, whatever. We go to the second quarter, whatever, 3-4 minutes left. Moody misses a field goal.
Say what?
Monty, what's your first reaction when he misses the field goal?
Say what?
What?
Oh, my first reaction was like, I gotta check Ferb's Facebook page because they're gonna be eating him alive. The president of Moody fan club. I just couldn't believe. I just dropped my head. I couldn't believe it. Like, I get it. He was set up on the right hash mark. That was closer than an extra point. You got one job to do. Matter of fact, you gotta keep talking about Moody. What about Purdy? Like, he got one job to do. Purdy got a lot of stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? That first interception Purdy threw, he makes that throw 9 times out of 10. That defender made a hell of a play on that ball. He was trying to get it over him, the first interception. Like you said, the second one was totally on him. But the first one, Purdy makes that throw 9 out of 10. But Moody gotta get, man, that's a gimme. You gotta make that. Like, it wasn't even like he hit the post.
Don't do it, Brad.
That close.
I was in my end zone.
I see you itching it to give him an out. Don't do it.
No, I don't have an out. I agree with you guys.
We know.
I agree with you guys. Go ahead, P. What's up, P? First reaction. He missed the field goal.
We know what Pete.
Well,
let Clay go. I'm coming back. I'm coming after Clay.
Thank you, P. I will say I was never a fan of Jake Moody from the start. I never wanted a kicker in the 3rd round. Ferb, can you confirm that?
Confirm.
All right. So I'll take this all the way back to 2023. Chapter President Ferb, we're sitting there watching the Cleveland Browns game, and we're watching Jake Moody miss 2 field goals, including the game-winning field goal that he could have went. Now, going back to last season, 2024, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I'm with P. We a section apart. We're looking at each other, not 1, not 2, but 3 times miss a field goal in the stands, 2 in the end zone that we sitting in. We like to sit in the end zone too, Brad. But I'm starting to change my mind on that because your boy Jake Moody cannot get it right when we in the end zone. Now, that was week 14. Week 13, he missed 2 of 3 field goals against Buffalo, right? You was at that game, right? Week 12,
hey, we was in the end zone
against Miami. Are we getting this picture? Last year, I was the first person to get on the bandwagon of my phone must be out of character or turned off. I thought T-Mobile had just canceled my service because I for sure thought I was getting a breaking news, Jake Moody has been cut message. I'm still checking my cell phone, Monty. Where is the message that Jake Moody should not be on this team? He's not even breaking my heart now. Brad, you know I don't smoke, I don't drink. I told Pete yesterday I had to go for a smoke break, and I was imaginary puffing. The one thing that I will say, Brad, he is bringing Niners together all across the world. I posted, I added you in an Instagram post where there was a watch party. I can't even remember where it was, but everybody at the same time, as they are seeing him walk up, they're moaning and groaning, covering their faces. He's in a test. At the Niner Empire Charlotte watch party, the first kick, everybody moaned and groaned. The second kick, everybody moaned and groaned. The third kick, everybody moans and groans, whether it's a field goal or PAT attempt. But not only did we get Niner fans all across the world coming together, my brother P, he brought Niner Empire to bow their heads collectively. He said, let me get one prayer out of you. I even seen one member bring out this thing right here. We all went down just like this, and that was the one that he came through for us. So I appreciate you, P. Thank you, P, for coming through for us. I'm not going to give Jake on that one.
P, what you got, man? What you got, P?
Hey, I think Clay done summed it up, man. Hey, we was hurt. My head My head was killing me, bro. I could not fathom how this dude can miss a field goal that close. It's not Brad. I don't even see him when he missed. I see you. The first person I think about is you, Brad. I don't even think about Moody no more. I want
17
think a
to
lot
if
of
people
you
here
people
ain't
too.
yesterday said the same thing.
if
Everybody.
you
Yeah.
not
Where your
at the
boy
game
Brad?
watch, if I'm not at the game with you, first person I'm thinking about, I'm finna call this. I'm finna cuss Brad out because I hate this dude. I hate Moody, man, because of you, Brad.
Listen, what I will say is the
You
same
can't
thing
say
I've
nothing.
been saying. No, I
We
gotta
listening.
explain with this because the thing I don't think a lot of people realize is that I'm not saying he's the best kicker. I'm not supporting him because he's the best. I'm not supporting him because he makes kicks. I am literally supporting the man because he is a 49er. He's on the team.
Correct.
All I'm
Correct.
saying. And I
Hey,
think,
you talk worse about Purdy than Moody.
no, because I don't think Purdy should have got paid that much money. But
Listen,
I don't think
no
Moody should
quarterback.
get paid at all.
listen, the one thing I will say, though, is my man missed. Now, the part I thought if it would have hurt us and lost again, I really would have been pissed because that was a 6-point swing. Obviously, we missed. They went down the field and they ended up kicking a field goal before half. He left the field maybe 2 seconds and he was on his Robbie Gold shit at halftime. He was out there during the halftime performances kicking field goals. And he never missed. And then he never missed for the rest of the game either. Well, he got
Brad,
one
there's no,
block.
Let me interject one
What?
thing, Brad.
No,
I
hold on real quick.
train
Hold on real
kids in
quick.
basketball all the time. I know what they can do against them cones. I can't make them get out in the game and score 20 points. The other
No.
thing that I want to say, Brad, you play quarterback. You know this more than anything. When you don't got the team, if you make a mistake, typically it's going to be 11 people that come over to you, tap your head. I seen maybe 2 or 3 tap his head or whatever the case may be. The telltale sign was Kyle Shanahan. That's
Yeah.
where we are. And
He was
it's not just one person. It's not just 2 people. I believe all the special teams is looking at him like, hey, are we gonna get 1? Are we gonna get 2?
Listen.
People
As
aren't
long as-
people aren't just saying Jake Moody. They're saying special teams suck. I mean, you saw it in the group chat yesterday.
Special teams did look bad yesterday. Sky
I
Moore
agree,
fumbled the
but
kick return or the punt return or whatever it was to start. And then you had obviously the missed field goal, then the block field goal. The block field goal wasn't on him. The guy literally took it off his foot.
we blaming everything on Moody.
Oh my God.
Hey, I'm blaming Brock Purdy's second
Yeah.
interception on Moody. He
On
forced
Moody.
it because he didn't want Moody to come out there, man.
Let's go to the other side of the ball. First, what's that? Second quarter, Fred goes down. I'm literally
Man.
I'm literally like season over. I told Zaire, man, we about to leave. I'm thinking season over. But he gets up, comes back in the game. What did you guys see? I mean, before one thing I saw that I could see, and I haven't rewatched the game or nothing, was D Winters was all over the field. Him
Yes,
and
he
Fred
was.
was all over the field. Was that something you guys could see on TV, Monty?
Absolutely. I was going to say he was all over the place. He looked like he was Greenlaw and Fred Warner playing next to each other. He was filling the gaps like where he needed to be, like he was a seasoned vet. I loved it.
That's what I thought too. What else? What about the young dudes? The D line? Now we didn't get no pressure.
We didn't hear none of them names called. Michael Williams, C.J. West, Alfred Collins, nothing.
I didn't hear
But
no names.
the other young cat, Siegel, was all over the place. Siegel was making plays.
Yeah, Marcus, he had like 4 tackles. The D line rookies had no tackles, no nothing.
Nothing. I
They
think
didn't record
Michael had a
nothing.
half a tackle. But Stout didn't look too good.
They shaking that rust off, man. Like you said, Monty, it does show up when you're not getting the snaps in camp and in preseason. It shows up.
Mhm.
And injuries and you're playing on the field. You know, the first week it shows up. I didn't think it does. I'm thinking like I'm football all my life. Put me in the game and I'm ready. But you know, it shows up.
Yeah, it's the league,
The
baby.
guys,
The one thing that we always have to be reminded of, when a team doesn't rush for 100 yards, I'll take that. When
No,
a team
100%.
throws for 146 yards, I'll take that. Now, we might not say we liked everything we saw with the defense, but those are the stats. 230 yards of total offense, right? Now, I would like to cut down on that time of possession and things like that, but I mean, we did what we were supposed to. That drive after Moody did what he did, I think those are backbreakers going off of what P is saying. I also think, piggybacking off what P said earlier, when we miss those, we miss moments to put our foot on somebody's neck. We don't get the opportunity to score that 95-yard drive, maybe miss a drive, come back, get 3, go up 10-7, 13-7, and you can bring the bully out. Then I like to see Trent Williams pulling a little bit. I like to see him knocking some of those DBs and linemen on their backside, right? Because now we start to insert who we are. But once it gets to be that tight ball game, every team goes into that any given Sunday model. Hey, they giving us the game. We just got to take it. We can't be a team that has the penalties. We can't be a team that has the missed field goals. We can't be a team that has the turnovers. Those are the 3 phases that's going to get us in trouble.
Yeah, but it's funny you say, to piggyback off what you said, Clay. I was thinking that earlier when at the end of the game, I was like, man, the defense played a good game, but they didn't look like that dominant like I thought. But then you go back and you look at the numbers. I'm like, 84 yards? I'll take that. To me, it looked like they were running up the gut, like no problem. But 84 yards and we walked away with a W. I'll take that every day of the week and twice on Sunday.
And the one
See,
thing
they
that
were celebrating, like I said. They were celebrating.
The energy was there.
And yeah, they got back to celebrating. But I tapped P, going back to what Ferb said. When 54 went out, I said, man, we playing different. Soon as he came back on, he's flying all across the field. I love two linebackers.
Hey.
I love what we got out of D. Winters yesterday. I'm not sure if we're going to get what we got in Dre in the pass game, speaking defensively, but in that run game, he's definitely not scared to put his face mask into somebody else's.
Nope, not at all.
Marcus Seeger, the rookie, though, looked really good out there from what I can see.
Yeah. Yes, he made a lot of plays.
He made a lot of plays.
I saw Bosa, getting after it as well. I will say he just seems to be the most almost got a sack player ever. Even the game-winning fumble, it was caused by him, but he wasn't.
He got credited for a sack. That's a sack.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fumble and recovery.
Listen, he pushed that dude right on Sam and got that
he
ball
does
out.
the right thing. I just want to see him bring it home. I think that's the difference. And I know we're not talking about Steelers. I think that's the difference between him and TJ Watt. TJ Watt turns those into gat home, and I believe he leads the league the last 3 years in turnovers or forced fumbles or whatever the case may be.
Correct.
I think that's the only difference.
Correct. What about
Cal, man? Do we think he was balanced with the run game? I like the mix. I like how he mixed it up. I like how he didn't run down, beat down Christian.
Well, let's talk about that real quick. Being there in person, you see a different perspective. Christian is hurt. He's hurt. He's hurt. During the TV timeouts, during somebody went down, like maybe, I don't know, but when one of the Seahawks players went down, like one of the first couple of plays, they already out there stretching them out. The guys are coming out there with the roller. He got the roller. It's his right calf. He's steady working on his right calf with the roller, stretching the right calf, doing everything this calf. Like he ain't 100%. He hurt. That calf something's up with that calf, and it's almost like one of them KD things or something. Like it's going to go anytime. It looks like, it feels like, from what I can see in person, which is not good.
How and where it come from though? I mean, he ain't been in the game in a while.
And for me, this goes back to the phase of the game that nobody really talks about, and they need to be on the hot seat. And that's the strength and conditioning team. We talk about offense, we talk about defense, but we got CMC, as you're saying, isn't 100%. We got JJ hurt, Kittle hurt. List goes on. This has been the same.
Purdy hurt.
And this has been the same thing for the last several years, minus 1 or 2. Every year that we are healthy, we have a great shot at being there. If we can just stay healthy, and Niner fans have been saying that for too long now, if we can stay healthy, I love our chances. We got to get
Why is it just our team, though? Because I don't watch games since Thursday, games on Friday, games on Saturday, and it's our team. Every year, we end up with all these injuries at the beginning, all season.
And I don't like calling for people's job, but at some point, you got to look at the people whose responsibility is to keep the players healthy.
Well, they just replaced the staff. They just replaced that whole staff.
I hope we ain't got no holdovers then.
Some of it, though, I think has to do with the stretching part, the dynamic stretching versus the static stretching. I think that has a little bit to do with it.
Yeah, you talked about that before.
Yeah, I think that has a little bit to do with it. Some of it, you know, they said yesterday in the crowd, they said it's Donald Trump because he hate California. That's what they said.
Stupid.
Not to go political, but that's what they said in the crowd yesterday. That he put something in the water that they're drinking out there that they boys get hurt. I don't know. I think
Bosa is his biggest fan, so shoot, he better show us some love.
a little bit is coincidence. I mean, some dudes not ramping up in preseason. I mean, Kittle literally was on that one play, he was running long, and he pulled up. AJ, it was a pass attempt, and they got tangled up, and he fell wrong on the shoulder. Like that's just freak shit. CMC is just hurt. He's hurt. Fred, from my understanding, got what, like a cleat to the face or the stomach or something.
That's what it looked like, a foot or something drug him in up under his mask.
No, the foot knocked his mask off, and the chin strap hit his nose, but he also knocked his wind out when he fell.
That's what I thought.
So that's why, yeah.
Man, that's freak stuff. Trent went down for a hot second, but he came right back in. Purdy went down. Was it the same knee? But he came back in, right?
Yeah, Purdy was back in. He was back the next drive. Yeah,
yeah. That's what
actually
I thought.
the same drive a couple of plays later.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
I don't know what to say about the injuries, man. I don't know. We just got to continue to watch it.
We have no room.
Injuries is part of the game. Listen, I understand what you said, P. You watch other football games, but you don't follow the other teams like you follow them. They got nagging in.
Right.
I know I watched the other game, KC, Xavier Worthy, second play of the game. He went out with a shoulder injury. They might lose him for the season. Team is part of the game. Unfortunately, it's going to happen. It seems like it happens a lot of us, maybe because it's our team. It seems like that. You might hear other teams saying the same. What? It's always the next man up. You know what I mean?
But I will say, though, and I agree with everything you said, Monty, but for us, at least right now, it's always the fucking top guys, though. It's always the starters. A lot of them, you got maybe one starter, and then it'd be the backups of the supporting cast getting hurt. It'd be the guys we need getting hurt. You'd be like,
and that's what I was just getting ready to say. Because last year, I believe the Panthers were the most hurt, but we were the second most banged up team. But when you look at the players that missed games last year, starting quarterback, Brock Purdy missed a game. CMC missed however many games. Brandon Ayuk missed games. Debo missed games. Kittle missed games. Trent Williams missed games. You talking about all pro guys. These ain't just starters. These are game changers, and some of these guys Hall of Famers, and AKA Trent Williams, CMC, where, you know, if Xavier Worthy misses, he's huge, but he ain't CMC. He ain't Trent Williams. We miss
but he's their number one
guys that make a difference, and that not only make a difference, but they the reason we scoring touchdowns.
Correct. For everybody who don't know, what we're talking about is injuries that happened in yesterday's game. Before we came on tonight, Kyle Shanahan had his Monday weekly call with the reporters and announced that Kittle's going to be out a few weeks with his hamstring injury. They're still waiting on MRI. Huh? 3 to 5?
3 to 5 is what they're saying. So he might go on IR.
Man, don't you say that, Monty. Don't you say that.
That's
3 to 5.
Listen, I'm just saying what they said.
Man.
Don't get mad at me.
Reporting. Yeah. 3 to 5, though. Potential short or return IR, which is just 4 weeks, so that they can use the roster spot. JJ, they're still waiting on MRI, but I would assume with the sign of the KB, they're not expecting anything good. He's probably going to be in some type of harness, and then that's going to restrict his motion to get up and catch the ball. So
if he had separated that shoulder, it could possibly be season ending, depending on how severe it is.
Correct. So you got that. So I believe that's the reason why they signed KB back. Kittle 3 to 5. Still waiting on JJ. And then now Purdy has a shoulder and toe.
I hate toe injuries. Those things are nagging, long-lasting injuries. The worst.
Yeah, and the way that they talk it, and I'm gonna take the opposite of what everybody else is thinking. I can see them sitting him. The Saints, when it's all said and done, will probably be the worst team in the league this year, even though the Dolphins played really bad yesterday. The Saints, top and bottom, are probably the worst team or will be the worst team in the league. And I could see them being real comfortable with Mac Jones and trying to steal a game here and let Brock sit.
I'm going to say these are the games that you look back at the season and sometimes you end up losing. I said this last year when we lost some of those close games early. Although the Saints, they definitely have a bad roster, they also got some game changers, a.k.a. Alvin Kamara. You know, sometimes the ball just don't bounce your way. we need to make sure that we get all of the games that we're supposed to get. Not take a
Supposed to
chance.
win, right?
Yeah, not
Yeah.
take a chance and get a. Maybe we win this without Purdy. Maybe we win this without CMC. Nah, if you healthy, you out there. If you ain't,
Yeah, if he's
out on the
healthy,
injury report, you out
if he's
there.
healthy, he need to be out there. But I'm just telling you, that's the way I'm thinking. That I could see them trying to, because they iffy on it right now. They're gonna wait and see. Practice will be on Wednesday. They'll be off tomorrow. Practice Wednesday. We're gonna see. I mean, we're gonna see. That's the only thing we can do. Like I said, we'll have more of that on our next episode. But don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that follow button for everybody watching right now. But let's go to game
Yes,
ball.
sir.
Solid offensive game, solid defensive game. I guess let's go offense. Game ball. Who you give your game ball to?
Christian. I give the ball to Christian, man. I said we're gonna start run. The run is gonna dictate the momentum of the game. And I think Christian stepped in there and he held it down, catching the ball, running the ball. So yeah, Christian got my ball.
Monty, who you get a game ball to? Offense.
I guess I'm giving it to our new starting tight end, number 88, with the Jake Tonjes for saving Purdy's
Hey,
ass on that
I like
incredible
that.
catch in the end zone.
I like
Without that
that.
catch, we don't win the game.
That's
Mhm.
true. That's true. Clay, game ball.
Well, I know I've been critical on the wide receiver room. My game ball is going to Ricky Pearsall. 108 catches is nothing to sneeze at, especially opening.
108 yards. 4
Yeah,
catches.
108 yards opening week. I'll take that all day. Thank you, Ricky Pearsall. Here's your game ball.
Yeah. So y'all
What you
took
got,
both.
Ferb?
Y'all took
What
both
you
of
got,
my
Ferb?
guys. I was gonna say Tongs for the saving of that. Pearsall had a great game yesterday, 4 yards, 4 receptions, 108 yards. So I'm not mad at either one. My game ball is split between them two. That's my game ball. What about defense, Clay?
My defensive game ball is going to Robert Saleh. I'm giving it to the D coordinator who is back, whether you like him or not. I think some of those highlighted game experience numbers go in our favor. You know what I'm saying? Holding them under 100 yards. Sam Darnold, although I thought he had more yards, and we held them in check for the most part. So, Robert Saleh, here's your game ball.
I like that one. Monty?
I got to go with D. Winters because D. Winters, he's been in the backup role for the past numerous years and finally gets the starting job with Greenlaw exiting. And he came up and he showed up and showed out. He did his thing. He was all over the place. I think he had over 6 solo tackles, flying across the field. And his first starting job, he played a hell of a game out there. So I got to give it to D. Winters.
Okay.
I just keep it simple and go with Bosa, man. He recovered the fumble, the game winning fumble, put the game away. He had some couple plays he was in the backfield. I like what I see with Bosa. He was able to do what he was able to do due to the additions that we got on the line, so he can move around a little bit more freely. Game ball to Bosa.
My game ball going to Marcus Siegel, man. The rookie safety played a great game. He had 5 or 6 tackles, was all over the field. He had the fumble recovery from Jackson Smith, which got me into it with his moms. He get the game ball. Man. What's good is 99% sure he's another 5th round found, which is Kittle's in the 5th round. Fred was in the 4th, I think, or 3rd.
Fred was the 3rd.
3rd, yeah. All right. But Kittle's the 5th. So I think we might have another one. And when week 6 come back and him and Mustafa back there could be something special for years to come. That's the one thing none of us have talked about yet. We could talk about in another episode is if when we get to week 13, 14, 15, and the defense is really good and these young guys are progressing, imagine what it's going to look like 2 years from now with all those young dudes. That's when it's going to be scary.
I'm scared
And if
somebody
Saleh
gonna hold out.
if Saleh is still there, hopefully not chasing another head coach job. Real quick on head coaches.
Wait, hold up. Did you just say hopefully Saleh's still there? The one that didn't want Saleh to come back in the first place?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, because-
whoa.
Wait, hold on.
That quick.
Hold on.
One win?
Get him, Monty.
It took
Get him,
one
Monty.
win,
And
huh?
of course,
Because consistency. Hopefully he's there for the consistency. That's why.
You changed it up
He's
real
really
good.
there now.
I'll let you slide with that one.
Whatever, man.
that's
Here
that New
go-
York in him. That's that New York in him. Slick talk.
Here
We
go-
caught
here
him,
go-
Monty. We heard it.
Here go a hot take right here. Mike McDaniels will be back in the Bay by Christmas.
Hey, I told my friend who's a Dolphins fan that I'm glad they got blew out because we might get our OC back after all.
Yeah, Mike McDaniels will be back in the fold, and everybody will be home. You know,
I don't know
Salah
about the
back.
fall, but
No, the fold. We
okay,
have
yeah.
everybody back in the fold. We have
Yeah.
everybody back
Yeah.
together. I mean, he won't be the offensive coordinator, but he'll be some type of offensive assistant. And then the offseason come, I'm sure Kubiak could get a job or something, and he'll come back as the offensive coordinator.
Before we go, Brad, I want to put you on the spot.
So here we go.
Are you with us? We drawing a line in the sand. Are you with us or are you against us when it comes to Moody, man?
I'm
Does he
against you.
need to go or are you hoping he stays?
As long as he is a 49er, I will be supporting him.
That wasn't the question. That wasn't the question. Does he need to be on the roster or not?
Yes.
If you
I
are a
believe he has
GM,
talent. I believe he has talent. Yes. And yesterday,
Can't-
after missing that kick, people had signs out there that said, Moody suck. If I could have got to the side where they were at, I would have ripped the shit up like Trent Williams and ripped the
you
Seattle
do
side up.
realize talent doesn't always win. It's your execution, and you got to have that dog in you.
And
I
he had
told you
that dog
before.
because he came right back out and started kicking.
Nah, man.
It's
That's
He
because
don't got
Kyle
that
made
dog
him.
in him. He don't got that dog in him.
That's
Kyle
because
done gave up on him, man. Kyle has gave up on him.
Kyle
what they
kicked him out the locker room. Said,
what
get
they
out
did
there
say-
and practice.
No, they locked his
They are
ass
bringing in
out the
some
locker
guys
room.
to be kicking. They bringing some people in to kick this week and potentially somebody to the practice squad. So that's the only front we have on Moody. Other than that,
But
he'll
Brad,
see y'all in New Orleans.
that much is true if he's
I
still.
want to see him.
And y'all better
Hey,
not,
I want to see.
and y'all better not boo him either.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure. We're doing him on the walk to the stadium.
Why? He's your
Stadium walk.
kicker.
Hey, man, I don't want no chance of my New Orleans trip being ruined. If I got to sit in the stands and he missed the game-winning kick, I'm going to be mad.
Hey,
And I'm tired.
hey.
Hold on, Brad. I'm tired of every time he misses a kick, I get about 4 or 5 people that say, where your boy at?
Where's
And there's
Brad?
only one person they talking about.
The only
Listen,
one.
if it comes down to a field goal in New Orleans, that ain't on Moody. We just all agree they're probably the worst team in the league. If it comes down to a field goal on Jake Moody, it is not Jake Moody. With that being said, we appreciate everybody tuning in tonight into this episode. Please make sure you like and subscribe and you follow us. I got mad love out there in Seattle. Most of the game's gonna be out there in New Orleans. Make sure you got CP. We'll talk about it more on the Thursday episode. But
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
all the love and support out there. Continue to follow us. Continue to share the content with your 49er people. Make sure they tap in with us. We'd love to hear from you guys. Hear your thoughts on Moody, which we already know, but how the rest of the team did. Your Salah, your thoughts on Kyle, your thoughts on the offense, all the injuries. We want to hear from you guys. So make sure when we post, you comment. We want to hear from you guys. We like the engagement. All right? You boys got anything else to say before we get out of here?
I want to hear no more Purdy slander or anybody else until you come on to the real side that you're supposed to be on with Jake Moody. Other than that, bang, bang, week 2, baby.
Yo, P. Monty.
Hey, man, I'm just glad we got out of there with a win, man. It was ugly. I hate to depend on Moody. I don't think he got our back, man. It's something wrong up top. Again,
Can't
like
do
I
it.
said before.
Can't win with him.
Hey, I would hate. Listen. Real. This is real right here. I would hate for this to be a playoff game to get us in there, and that Joker missed. You know what I'm saying?
Mike Singletary
They'll
said
probably
it
burn
best.
his house down. They'll burn his house down, man. Hey, he will be unsafe. He will be marked unsafe on Facebook. Monty, what you got, baby? What you got, Monty?
Man, listen, y'all said it all. All I'm saying is, listen, we off to the great start with this 1-0. Let's keep it going. Off to New Orleans, baby. We'll
On
see
to
you on
New
Thursday.
Orleans. We
Make
out,
Moody-
man.
Make
Peace.
Moody walk to New Orleans.
Well, that's it. I really hope you enjoyed it. We had a ball making it. Thank you very much.